Drake here from Car Show Life with reasons why you should attend the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals in Rosemont, Illinois this November. Number 1, you like muscle cars. Number 2, you like vintage Corvettes. Number 3, you like classic cars of all kinds. Number 4, you haven't been to a car show in a while since it's gotten colder. Number 5, you're in the Chicagoland area and you have nothing better to do on November 22nd and 23rd. Okay. Not really, but I want to get into McCacken, what it is, what are the great things they do, and why you should make this into an annual tradition. So McCacken, what does that stand for? Well, it stands for Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, and it is a concentration on the muscle car era, the mid-60s to early 70s. You also have vintage Corvettes. The first few generations of Corvette go in for triple diamond certification. So if you have a Corvette that has been judged by the NCRS and received certification there, it's also received Bloomington Gold status, you can bring it to McCacken and go for triple diamond, that cherry on top of all certifications for your classic Corvette. At McCacken, they also offer what's called vintage certification. So this is judging the originality of survivor cars, cars that have not been restored. Legends judging for the first and second generation Camaros, and pinnacle certification for Shelbys and Mustangs, along with regular 1,000 point judging for the rest of the cars that have been invited to this event. Now, it is an invitational event, but because it is an invitational, that means you're not going to see the same cars year after year. You may see some of the same or similar rotating displays. For example, the class of displays. Last year it was the classes of 69 and 74. This year they're honoring cars from the model years of 1965 and 1970. The Malaise era invitational. This was one that I found very interesting. Cars that tried to keep that muscle car era alive from the mid-70s to mid to late 80s with albeit more show than go. Barn finds and hidden gems. This is curated by the auto archaeologist Ryan Brutt. He searches throughout the year to find these cars buried in fields, hidden away in barns and garages and sheds, and gets them to McCacken. And then what happens is a lot of these cars do get restored and come back a few years later as premiere unveilings. The different restoration companies that exhibit these cars, they're bringing them, and sometimes the owner hasn't seen the finished car, and they're unveiled on Saturday morning with a lot of fanfare.
In 2024, I give you the Hurricane Bird.
Mecum Auctions personalities like Scott Hope, Chris Jacobs, Matt Avery, Bill Stevens are all on hand to help host these unveilings and make for a very special morning at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals.
Mark, congratulations right off the bat. I mean, that is phenomenal work.
Thank you very much. I've got a great crew. I've got a lot of guys that stepped up in a big way. Some of them that said, "Man, we can do it. Let it give us a chance. We can do it."
You may see some custom cars, but they are not the focus. You'll also find some predecessors to the muscle car era, big fin 50s parade floats and 60s boulevard cruisers. You'll also find period race cars, Day 2 cars, modified street machines sold by the likes of Nicky Chevrolet and Mr. Norm's Grand Spalding Dodge in Chicago, Baldwin Motion in Long Island, Yenko Chevrolet in Pennsylvania, and Tasca Ford in New England. McCacken also does a really nice job of encouraging the future of the car hobby with the Future Generations Invitational. These are car owners that are under 25 that get invited to the show to show their classic cars that they are now the custodians of. And even younger enthusiasts can get involved with the McCacken Kids program with activities like youth judging, scavenger hunts, coloring contests, the make and take model car building, and special raffles. You might also see some movie and TV cars at McCacken. Last year they had the two 1955 Chevys from the films Two-Lane Blacktop in 1970, and then the cars were painted and used again in 1973's American Graffiti. The Joe Dirt Dodge Daytona and the What If Plymouth Superbird. This year, according to the McCacken magazine, we will get to see the 1951 Studebaker driven by Fozzie Bear in the Muppet movie, along with the Tommy Boy Belvedere GTX. One of the former stunt cars from the film has been restored and will make its debut at the McCacken show this year. I started going to this event as a bucket list item in 2022. I fell in love with the show. I was at Bloomington Gold in 2023, met Bob Ashton, who is on the board of MCAC. He invited me to bring Car Show Life and our display boards, and I've been back every year since. I've had a couple of cars take me up on the offer to make their show boards. Still a few weeks left, we can get a show board done. I will have 3 first-gen Camaros and a 1970 Mustang sports roof that will have Car Show Life show boards at this year's McCacken show. We're offering 20% off, so if you do have a car at the event, there's still a few weeks left, we can get a show board done. If you are maybe not coming as an exhibitor, but you do have a show car, come check out our display in our booth, see our custom stands, see our stanchion kit called Car Show in a Box. So this way, if you are taking a car to a show in 2026, a World of Wheels, a Detroit Autorama, Cleveland Piston Power, I will be at those shows. You can take 20% off and get free delivery to those shows. Again, I'll put links in the description. If you want to attend McCacken to get tickets, directions, hotel information, you'll find the link in the description, as well as our link to carshowlife.com and our McCacken Show special discount code to save 20%. I hope you'll like this video, subscribe to the channel, and go a little more in depth on some of the individual displays of my first trip to McCacken in 2022. I'm Drake Donovan for Car Show Life. Thanks for watching.